The Brave Man and the Fairy. Karnanam was a very beautiful village. All the people in the village were educated sufficiently. After all, they all were highly industrious and robust. Their main occupation was agriculture. In the mornings, they went to the field and returned late in the evenings. This hard work made all of them healthy and rich. Even though they were educated, they all were believers of false beliefs like superstitions. There were a lot of reasons for that. Just behind that village, there stretched away a very vast jungle to the south. People of that village had only a single way out to the town along the suburbs of that jungle. Never were they brave enough to go near that jungle if it was late. To strengthen their beliefs, there had taken place a lot of untimely and unnatural deaths many a time. People believed that the jungle was a dwelling place of evil fairies. They thought so because in all the dead bodies found in the jungle, there were 2 wounds at the back of the throats. It had been believed that they were made by the sharp incisor teeth of the fairies. One day, a priest of a church was walking by the chance to the village. It was night time and he had no any means of light. Before reaching the village, he heard the bells of an anklet ringing behind him. He turned to see a very beautiful lady of 25 smiling at him. She neared the priest and wanted him to give her some life. He said that he had no habit of chewing pan and so it was not available with him. Suddenly, the lady changed to a horrible figure and she caught him by his collar and opened his chest to suck the blood. Next day, the villagers saw the priest's body defaced drastically. Their belief in the fairies were strengthened a little more. But a brave man in the village was not at all ready to believe these gossips pertaining to the fairies. He was sure that some bad people would be behind all these incidents. He had reasons to believe so, because theft of different forms were a common aspect in the village. He determined to find out the truth. One night, the brave man set out to the jungle. He equipped himself with a long knife in view of defending an attack. He neared the jungle and entered into it with feline footsteps. He walked stealthily deeper and deeper into the jungle. When he covered a desirable distance, he saw beams of light coming filtered through the foliage. He prowled to that direction to see a lonely hut in the jungle. He neared the hut and lurked under an open window. He heard someone talking to his companions. "We must be very careful. I am sure that today's murder might have strengthened the beliefs in fairies. No one will understand even that it was done by us. Poor people. We must keep on murdering somebody at least once in a year. Otherwise, the beliefs may be lost. The man got what he wanted. He returned to the village very carefully. He visited some of his friends and told everything to them, but none of them was ready to follow him to the jungle in the darkness. But after persuasion, some of them followed him with all the equipment. All the culprits were caught and they were sentenced to death, for they were responsible for the murder of many innocents.